y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and we are back to talk about some hot topics, and we are going to talk about Heart and Hustle Houston, okay? Are we watching it? How are we feeling about it now that we are quite a few episodes in? And I think we're actually moving towards the end of the season. So this is really the time where we are reflecting and assessing the first season to really see just, is the show a flash or pass? What are we thinking? So I wanted to come on today and talk to y'all about that. Also, the last 2 days, child, it has been very, very hectic. I have got to figure out something with my hair. I have a good girlfriend of mine, my sister friend, is getting married this week, so I am trying to get all my stuff together for that, making appointments and the things. Also, I got to see Maxwell on Saturday, y'all. It was so amazing. I went to the MGM National Harbor this past Saturday to see Maxwell in concert. Oh my God, so amazing. So amazing. What a phenomenal experience. But I've been so busy at work that I have not had any time to really come on and do any videos, but we are inserting the time in because this is what we're supposed to be doing, right? We got to make the time. So I wore this shirt today that says, "No one cares, work harder." Okay. And this shirt inspires me. I got it from, what is the name of her company? It's a t-shirt line that I love. The message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Okay. I believe I got this from her. Mess in a bottle. Yes. So if you go to Mess in a Bottle, she makes t-shirts and puts them in like a bottle or whatever. But this shirt, well, I pulled it out of the drawer today and it inspired me because I feel like, and from conversations that I've had recently, I'll tell y'all before we get into, we wait until we get to like the 6-7 minute mark to get started. I have truly been blessed in my life, especially as of late. I don't know if my number is up and God is just like, it's your turn, it's your turn, daughter. Okay. A lot of things have been going in my favor. A lot of people and things have been revealed that are not favorable for me. And that's just in general, personal, work, everything. And everything has been going in my favor. So I thank God for that. But I truly believe that when you work hard, you live your life right, and you do the right things, everything is going to go in your favor. And when you go through things in life, hardships or whatever, we have to truly sit back and take time to assess, what do I need to remove from my life? What am I interacting in? What am I participating in that doesn't serve me? And I am truly, I don't know if it's this age of life where I turn 40 in July. If it's beneath me, it ain't sticking with me. If it's beneath me, it's not worthy of my time. And there's a lot of things that are not worthy of my time or energy. I'm not participating in it. I just don't. And no one cares. Work harder for the things that you want to do. Stop delving into BS. And it's just on my heart to say that. I think that a lot of times we participate and we immerse ourselves into things that don't serve us. And when you're not working to build towards things that are really going to serve you and really um, create more plentiful fruitfulness in your life, all the other stuff is just noise, and it just becomes very faint behind the scenes. So I'm grateful for everyone that continues to watch my channel. I literally, the other day, I didn't even notice I was over 8,000 subscribers, right? I was like, wait, when did this happen? So my sometimes you look at your videos and you get a little discouraged because you're like, well, dang, this, when you're trying to change your content and you're like, okay, I'm not going to be watching this anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. You're moving some things around. And you notice some videos may not get as many views as you're used to from other things. But I'm grateful for the work, right? No one cares. Work harder. Work harder. Work harder, Shay, on other shows, other things. Talk about different things. My whole algorithm is different, y'all. Like, I've been very interested in the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing that just happened. I watch Don Lemon every day. Like, I am so my taste rather has changed so far into so many other things. Um and I'm grateful and thankful for the journey to explore all of the positivity that's going on in my life, and I'm grateful to God for it, for all of it. But yeah, but we are gonna get into some messy topics today. Okay, some things that I thought that were very interesting on the internets. All right, so I just wanted to share. I chose this shirt. No one cares. Work harder. Work harder. No one cares about the drama, the BS, the catty back and forth things. I've talked to, and I'm grateful for the relationships that I have behind the scenes with content creators that are really successful, and they give really good advice. And I don't need to sit on here and say, "Oh, and I know this person." No, I've had conversations with content creators that have well over 200 plus thousand subscribers on their channels, and they've given me very good advice to say, um, that stuff is beneath you. You know, don't even worry about drama. Do your content and get off. Serve your people. And that's what it's all about. All of this other, all the noise, all the crazy stuff that's been going on the internet amongst individuals, it's like, for all the blessings that I have in my life, it it doesn't serve me. It's beneath me. Like, it really is. And sometimes you have to look at things and be like, mm, clutch your pearls. That's beneath me. And it's okay. It's okay to say that. It's beneath you. Don't participate. Okay. And that is my spiel on that. Okay. And that just lets y'all know where my life is going, where I pray for your life to be going. I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to do their thing, and be great at it. Be great, okay? And the words of Lonnie B, I'm gonna say this at the end of all my videos. Don't let no bitch upset you, okay? Period. My mod is in the building. We are at 8 minutes and 58 seconds, almost 9. So we are going to move on, y'all. But that's my inspirational vitamin of the day, okay? They used to say that on the radio, so I'm gonna go ahead and steal that for today. Getting jazzy with Jazz TV. My mom says, "Hey, like the video. I'm at work but listening." Thank you, Jazz. Look, she on the job here, y'all. Okay, she is on the job here. Laquanda Govan says, "Hey, Shay in chat. What's up? What's up, Laquanda? Thank you so much for joining." We have Kim I, one of my members. Shout out to you, Kim I. She says, "Hey, Shay and Chat, just finished Heart and Hustle as we speak." Oh, you just watched it. Okay. Well, we're going to have some things to talk about with that show. Okay. Brittany Janae says, "Hey, my cancer sis in chat. What's up, my sister friend? Also my member, and I love her so much." She says, "My algorithm has changed. Has changed. My algorithm has changed too." Yeah, listen, I am not watching anything that is not giving fruit to my well-being, right? We gotta do things that serve us, not deplete us, right? Braylon Lee says, "I have reviewed every episode. I'm offended that the finale is this week." Really? What's up, Braylon? Thank you so much for joining. I'm y'all gonna be, well, you can be shocked at my response to the show. Give my friend T is in the building. Look, they done took the shackles off his feet so he can dance. Okay, my nigga is back. I love it. I watched your video on Tuesday. I was in there like, yes, T is back. I love it. You need to be on these YouTube streets and don't let nobody lock you up again, friend. Okay, we need you. All right, we need you. What was I going? I needed something. Oh, this damn gnat done got in here, y'all. Oh, get out. I was thinking to myself like, what the hell am I gonna watch now every day and laugh at? But I'm glad you back. He says everybody needs to watch Heart and Hustle. It's a really good show. Some slow parts, but it's so much better than Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now that you are right about, it is way better than Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I think that people need to really just get off the Love and Marriage Huntsville train because I tell you what, Love and Marriage Huntsville has caused so much drama. It really has. It has caused a lot of, and I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all because y'all know this is what I do. Love and Marriage Huntsville has created a lot of delusion for a lot of people. It has created illusions in their heads that they are better than what they are. And that show has, because a lot of people love to watch different people's reviews on it or whatever the case may be, some people that got a lot of shine from it just from that one show, you really ain't big shit until I'm just keeping it real with y'all, okay? You're not really big shit until you get known for a multitude of shows. If you're doing news every day, or if you're doing the Housewives franchises, you doing Love and Hip Hop, all the other things. If you're getting reviews or getting a lot of viewership rather on other shows outside of what is considered one of your bread and butter shows, then you are that girl or that guy. But if you really just, your audience comes from one show, no one cares. Work harder. No one cares. Work harder. Read the shirt. The common denominator of the day. No one cares. Work harder. Okay. Love and Marriage Huntsville is done, y'all. I'm telling y'all that show is they don't know what to talk. They don't have anything to talk about. Nobody is drawn into that show anymore. It's not authentic. We can clearly see it's like the people on the show think that the viewers are dumb, and we're not. We're not. So, with that being said, we've got to open up our minds, our hearts, our spirits to other shows and listen to other people's opinions about other shows too, because Heart and Hustle is definitely going to surpass Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it's probably going to surpass what's his other show, the showdown in Mississippi, Bell Collective as well. But Bell Collective is actually better than Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. So there's that. Braylon Lee says, wait, Shay, you made it to 8K subscribers before they worked with Tyler Perry. Congrats. Before they worked with Tyler Perry. Congrats. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm literally. Tell me something, Braylon. Can y'all even see how many subscribers I have? I took it down because people people kept on being nosy and looking at my shit, worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, worrying about what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that shit ain't even real. Like it ain't even that serious. Hold on, actually, we are at 8,813 subscribers. Okay, so I'm almost at 9,000. But I told myself I wouldn't have a celebration until I got to 10K. So once I get to 10, I'll be 10K, Shay. We're going to be there. Okay, we're going to have a little celebration, okay, in this mofo. Kim I says, hey, giving you the real tea. Love ya. Yes, we love giving you the real tea rounds here, okay? He says, I won't let it happen again. LOL. Please don't, friend, okay? Because I needed something to look at I needed to come and laugh every day, all right? You are like my morning, midday splash, all right? Don't let it happen again there. But we are glad to have you back. Brittany Janae says, I want that show to go away and never come back. Let's cease to exist. Please let it cease to exist, please, in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay. Amen to the things. All right. And I feel like I contribute every time I review the damn thing. This fruit fly is going to kill me. This is what I get for eating fruit in here and not taking it out right away. Giving you the real tea says those are absolute facts. Right. Period. Okay. Lady B says, I watch Heart and Hustle and it's real black excellence. Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely going to get into that. Lawson Blair says, hi, Shay and Chad. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to you too, Lawson Blair. Thank you for being here. Lady B is also one of my members, y'all. Thank you so much, Lady B, for being here. Okay. I appreciate you. All right. Giving you the real tea says, you think it will surpass Bell Collective? A part of me totally sees that happening. Yeah, you know why? Because Bell Collective, it's going to get to a point. Bell Collective is going to get to a point where it falls into that Love and Marriage Huntsville genre of lies and deceit, right? I think that a lot of the characters on there, or the women on here, Letitia, okay, she is one that drums up drama. It's not natural. It's like you are dealing with your cheating ass husband just so you can stay on the TV show, it seems like. And she's constantly starting drama with people and creating issues and then coming back and apologizing and trying to be their bestie. That whole rigmarole is going to be, it's over. Like, it's going to get tied and delayed at some point, honestly. But yeah, Sweet P724, my friend in real life. Okay. Also one of my mods and a member. Child, that is a triple, triple. All right. Hey, Shay, chat and mods. What's up? What's up? Kim I says, that's the disrespect of Own and Kingdom Reign to think we're stupid. Exactly. Exactly. Like, we don't know that Marceau and Tisha have been rumored to not even been living together. They don't even act like they like each other. I think Marceau is more at the point now where he wants to be a dad. So it's like, oh, my kids are growing up. Let me be closer to home. And he loves the motherly side of Tisha, right? But he ain't really checking for her. Braylon says, what's up, to giving you the real tea. Says, much love, bro. And T speaks right back. What you know, no good. I know that's right. Britt is speaking to giving you the real tea as well. Okay. So y'all, let's get right on into, I was going to go into the hot topics, but it seems like you all really want to talk about Heart and Hustle Houston more. So let's get into that. All right. I set up the hot topics, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the people what they want. Okay, we're gonna get the people what they want. I think I still have my pictures of the Heart and Hustle Houston ladies up here. I took them down. Jeez Louise. God damn it. All right, y'all. So let's do this. I might have to resend the pictures to myself. All right, let's just talk about it. Heart and Hustle Houston. Okay. Here is what I'm going to say about Heart and Hustle Houston. This isn't going to be a whole review. This is just going to be my whole view of the show itself. So let's start from, let's look at the characters, okay? Let me go back to, dang, I wish I had these pictures up here. Actually, hold on. Hold, please. Bear with me for a second, y'all. All right. We're going to pull the peoples up on the screen. My computer be running hot when I'm trying to pull up stuff on the internet and share my screen. I don't understand why it does that, but we're going to make it work. Tell me in the chat who are your top two favorites on the Heart and Hustle Houston cast. Let's start there. Who are your top two? I'm not even gonna make you say one. Let's talk about two. Give me two of your top two favorites. Tell me what y'all think. I'm I'm interested to see what y'all say. All right, so let's talk Chloe and Labrina. I see Ro and Labrina, Chloe, Labrina, Ro, Labrina. Okay, okay. Ain't nobody say Elena. Nobody said Elena. Y'all don't like her. We gonna talk about Elena and what I think about her. All right, here we go. We're gonna share my screen just so we can have the people's up on the screen. Not having my real name showing up on the screen. Get up off of here before I share. Okay, thank you kindly. She annoys you, Elena. Yeah, she annoys the fuck out of me too. So y'all, let's go through every character. We're gonna start with okay. Uh-oh. Put one in the chat if you can hear me. It looks like I'm freezing off. I don't know what's happening. I have to go out back in. Hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because I'm going in and out for some reason. All right, put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me, please. Check, check, check. All right, I think y'all can hear me. All right, I can hear myself on my side. Okay. All right, so we are going to go through all of the characters individually, y'all. So I'm going to start with the character that I believe is the most irrelevant, which is Munira. Okay. Um, Munira, to me, listen, she is, thank you. I see the ones in the chat. Okay, perfect. Y'all can hear me. Munira, to me, I'm really not sold on her. I'm not very interested in Munira and what she got going on. Munira seems like the type that, she wants to be the girl that is doing the most, and she needs to be recognized for everything that she's doing because she's had to work so hard for everything in her life, right? Which I totally can understand that. I can get with that. And I totally can understand where people feel the need to be heard, right? But Munira tries to act like she really has this thing in her head that she's so young, and because she was an engineer and she started out really young, and everybody always looked at her. Now she's creating arguments where it doesn't even make any sense. Okay. I think she's creating arguments over here with our good sis Latoria for no reason. That whole, oh, I know I'm young and you called me 11 and this, that, and the third. It's like, girl, get over yourself. Please get over yourself. We have got to let that go. I don't know why it's not showing what my actual screen is, y'all, but we're gonna work with it. Maybe we'll just stop sharing screen. We just gonna talk. We just gonna talk. How about that? My lunch break is not being used properly with the way that this screen is treating me today. But anyway, so Munira also has this thing with her husband and her mom where she wants the husband and the mama to get along. Now, the mama is living with her. I don't know if it's with what's with their culture, with the Indian culture. I guess that's what her background is that she's why is the mama living with her? And why is the mama constantly dragging her daddy? Like, you want to talk trash about the father, but then now all of a sudden you want to get back into dating, and then you don't have respect for my husband. Now I got to get my husband to be comfortable with you. It's like, you come into my house, mom, and my husband pays bills here. This is my life partner. You can't come in here like you running shit. I don't care if you watching my kids or what. So I'm glad that they were able to have dinner together and get on one accord. But I can only imagine being Munira's husband, just how he feels parents to live in the house. She gonna be a lot of times some of these women all things for their parents, but when it comes to your significant other's parents, it's too much. But we all are going to get to that point in life where our parents are going to need us. Hell, I'm living through it right now. It happens. They are going to become like our children at some point. So I just hope Munira and her husband can figure it out with the mom, and she can stop sitting over here harping on this whole I look young shit. And, her doing her social media stuff is working out for her, and her husband is working like a Hebrew. I'm like, how much money is she really making as a social media person if her husband is working all these extra hours? Did y'all clock that? He was like, he's working all this overtime, he's doing this and doing that. Why is he working so much if she's making so much money off of these brand deals and enough that she decided to quit her job? I'm just saying. But I guess we'll figure that out as her story progresses. But she really don't got much going on, and this back and forth with her and Elena most recently is kind of confusing to me, because I'm just trying to figure out what Elena. It's like Munira must be an easy punching bag for Elena, because Elena is going through so much with her husband, which she ain't telling us what the fuck going on, and that's pissing me off too. Elena, if your husband cheated on you, just say it. You're on freaking TV, sis. Like, stop with the games. This is reality TV. You sitting down here crying and carrying on in the daggone therapy office. You got this man over here looking like, okay, so are we gonna get back in the room together? Are we gonna move forward in our relationship? We ain't fucking, we ain't doing this. Like, I mean, hell. So you gonna stay married with a man, in the house with a man that it's obvious he must have cheated on you or something. So your response to him cheating on you is not to give him none, so he can go out and cheat on you some more. If you're gonna stay with him, you might as well fuck him. Like, I don't get that logic. I don't get that logic. But moving on, we gonna get to her in a minute. All right, now we got Chloe. So Chloe, okay. Chloe is an interesting case to me as well. And I'm gonna tell you why. Um, I think Chloe is having a midlife crisis. Um, Chloe done got her lips done, her butt done. Can't nobody tell me Chloe ain't got nothing done on her body. Okay, her lips is it's just too much lips. I don't know why she did that to herself. But Chloe, it's not giving all that you thought it was supposed to have gave. Just go ahead and let yourself age gracefully, Chloe. Cause this booty and lips is not working. I don't like that. Let's see how the screen share right now. Okay, here we go. We got Chloe on the screen. Okay. So Chloe got this whole situation with her son and her boyfriend Jordan. Okay. Her son is living in her house, but he also is helping her take care of her kids. So I can understand how her son feels to an extent because, first of all, it's not okay for her son to talk trash to her the way that he has. And I don't care. Her son shouldn't have any insight or input rather on who she's dating. If she want to date somebody young, let her do that. Okay? But Chloe needs to stop leaning on her son as if he her husband. Like she leans on him to help take care of the kids, the girls, while she's out working and doing what she needs to do, picking up the kids, this, that, and so on and so forth. She needs to really work on getting some help outside of her son because he needs to grow up. Him talking about he's rapping and doing this and he was in the studio and she don't know what he do. He was in the studio 2 weeks ago. How are you making enough money to pay for studio time, sir? It's giving he must be out here in these streets doing something that he's not supposed to be doing, in my opinion. So, Chloe, you need to release your son from all of his responsibilities as far as your kids, your younger daughters, and let him grow up. Because I get it, since your husband passed away, unfortunately, you need help. But your son ain't it, sis. Your son is not it. And Jordan, I'm gonna need you to mind your business, sir. Don't come telling Chloe what to do with her son and this, that, and the third. You like 3, 4 years older than him, if that. How are you going to help her to parent her kids or tell her what to do with her son? Just be her man. Don't open your mouth too much where it comes to her kids. And that's a fine line when you're dating somebody, even if he wasn't younger than her. It's always that fine line when you're dating someone and you have children, and if they have kids, there's always going to be like that thin line of what to cross where it comes to giving advice on the children. What are y'all thoughts on Chloe bringing that girl to the what was that girl? What was that girl's name, y'all, that looked like she's transgendered to me? I don't know if she's transgendered or not, but she said that and it's okay if she is, but the girl that is Latoria's friend or not friend, but they did some emails back and forth, and she talking about she know Latoria, and Latoria was acting like she didn't know her. What is that? What is that girl's name? Somebody put it in the chat. I can't remember her damn name. Shit starter, that's what I called her. But anyway, Shaniqua. Oh, got you. Okay, Shaniqua. Child, of course her damn name would be damn Shaniqua. So, what are y'all thoughts? Put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. What do y'all think about Chloe bringing is it Shaniqua or Shaniqua? What do y'all think about her bringing her to one of their meetups? And her coming with all the emails and shit that she came with. Was that even necessary? I didn't really think it was necessary to have her. And unless she's going to become a character on the show or a part of the show, what was the point of her even being around? I don't know. Let's get into some of y'all comments. Kim I says that was not a major issue. Most women want to be young. Yeah, most women do want to be young. But I think that for Chloe, I just want her to just embrace her natural beauty. You know what I mean? I want to stay young too. I want to be young, but I want to take care of my body, be healthy, work out, eat right, so I don't have to go and do these enhancements to my body. because we, as you can see, what that has done for people like Lil Kim, even some of these younger girls like Cardi B or whatever. Um, they doing all this stuff to their bodies and stuff like that. It don't help. It ain't helping. And Chloe is naturally beautiful. I just think those lips just don't match her. But like she should stop doing that, in my opinion. But she can do whatever she wants. Lee says it's hard to listen to Chloe and Ro without looking at their lips. Yeah, I think Ro doing it too. I'm like, Ro, what are you doing? Laquanda Govan says messy boots. Kim I says the granny looking for an opportunity. Child, not the granny. Munira's mama. Lee says messy. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Okay. So that is Chloe. Chloe seems, and she's also the person that everybody seems to get along with, except for Elena in the beginning when she was mad that Chloe said that her husband ain't fine. I'm like, Elena, who gives a fuck about whether she think your husband fine or not, girl? Let it the freak go. You don't even want to be around your damn husband. So why the hell are you worrying about what the fuck somebody else think? Child, Elena is getting on my nerves. All right, let's talk about let's talk about Ro. What are y'all thoughts on Ro quitting her job? I think that it was more to it with the owner of the club. I feel like it's more to it with the owner of the club with Ro. I think something they must have. She said they had like a brother sister kind of relationship. I just feel like yes, he was taking advantage of her, but I don't know about giving up your source of income, instead of just saying, listen, I'm not about to be working all these hours that you want me to be working and I'm not getting anything out of it. Like, I really wanted to learn more of what she was looking to gain. Like, did she want to gain ownership of the club? Like, what exactly was her contribution that made her feel like she needed more out of this relationship with the owner? Then I feel like Ro has a lot of dreamy expectations. It's like you quit your job, but what are you doing to supplement your income? You do have a child. What's going on here? You're going to therapy, which is great, but I want to know what is Ro doing to be responsible? That's what I want to know. And Ro blew up on that damn Shaniqua child, but Shaniqua shouldn't have called her no damn bitch. Now that she lucky Ro sitting as close as she was to her that she ain't slapped the shit out of her. Cause that you would have been slapped out of that chair calling me a damn bitch. But I guess Ro like, listen, I ain't got no damn job. I can't afford to be going to damn jail either. So I'm glad she thought before she reacted. But yeah, I don't know. What are y'all thoughts on Ro? Because Ro, I like Ro. I think that Ro is a good um middle person amongst the friends, but I don't really see what Ro really has going on. I don't really see what Ro has going on or how she contributes. I think she's funny. I love the way she talks so fast. Sometimes I can't even understand what the hell Ro's saying. She talks so damn fast. And they say she's from Baltimore, but I don't really get a Baltimore accent from her. But I like Ro. I just want to see more from her. I want to see more from her. Um why y'all telling Lee to go to the corner? Cause she said Shaniqua was messy. Or because it's hard to look at their lips, Ro and Chloe. Y'all are funny. But yeah, Ro, I don't know. She talking about she want to have another baby. She, I don't know. But her whole situation with Latoria and Latoria saying that she don't know nothing about that sleeping with somebody and she ain't had no sex and this, that, and the third. I mean, I think that Latoria is a bit of she is a selective prude. I think she wants to selectively say she don't do this, she don't do that when it's convenient for her. That's what I think. I don't know. But Latoria, we gonna get into her when we get to it as well. But Ro, I like Ro, but I want to see more out of her. I want to see Ro out of her, more out of her. Braylon Lee says, Ro, I think she is more to herself, but about her business and maybe more ownership in the nightclub game. Yeah, I think that she should start her own club. Maybe that's what she needs to do so that she can feel like she has more of a stake in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Ro really needs to kind of do her own thing instead of working for somebody else. But she kind of gives me a little bit flighty. She gives me a sense of a flighty energy. Like maybe she's a good worker, but she's probably not a good organizer, if that makes sense. But we shall see. We shall see as her story progresses. All right. Let's go into Labrina. Okay. Now, child, let me tell you something about Miss Labrina. Labrina gives me very much I am tipsy and I know it. Okay. The way she just kind of gives these looks off into nothingness all the time. Labrina just gives me that she is off the good wine all the time, in my opinion. But she's like the person that everybody, I think she's more of the anchor of the show. I think they wanted to make it seem like Latoria was the anchor, but I feel like Labrina is more of the anchor of all the ladies. Like everybody, she has a good relationship with everybody for the most part. Um, One thing about Labrina, I feel like she's really hard on her parents. There was a scene where she sat down with her parents and she was talking about her son, Papa, and she was, her son is a teenager and she had him very young. She had him at 14. So, he's growing up, young man out here in society trying to make it. And she was basically talking to her parents about how she didn't like how her parents kind of left her hanging when she had a baby young. And I'm just like, Labrina, you know, as a parent, I'm sort of caught within within a rock and a hard place because it's like you don't want to nurture your children making poor choices such as having children at a very young age when they are a child themselves. You don't want to nurture them so much that they go out there and do it again, you know. So her parents were probably like, listen, we struggling too, shit, we'll give you a roof over your head, but you got to take care of this baby yourself. I don't know what the ins and outs and the outs and ends of the whole value, what value the parents brought to the relationship of her rearing of her son is overall, but I feel like Labrina has some feelings that she's harboring over her parents, not really helping her as much as she feels like they should have helped her with her child. And I just think, sometimes you gotta, as a young parent, you kind of gotta take your L's in some situations. Like if I didn't remember her mother or father saying that they kicked her out and she was on the streets. She lived with her parents, but you gotta figure it out. You gotta make it happen. You decided to have a baby at a young age. You was out here hot in the tail, so you got to deal with it. Now, as a parent, am I going to leave my child hanging all the way? No, I wouldn't do that. That I would not do. However, you know, um, I think that when you have a child young, I know, even for my situation, I didn't have my son until I was 30, right? So I was older, but I have cousins that have had children at a very young age. And while my, aunts and uncles gave them tough love, they still were there for them, physically. Like, okay, I'll watch the baby so you can go do your schoolwork, just kind of helping out where you can to nurture the child and help with the rearing, right? But in a way where it shows you, okay, listen, it's still hard. Don't do it again. And I can see that. I can see that. Um, Brittany Janae says she probably didn't feel any emotional support. Oh, got you. Okay, that's fair. Brittany Janae says I had my first at 22 and my second at 24. See, you doing good. Okay. Sometimes I wish I had my kids in my kid in my 20s rather. I probably would have had another one. Um, But now having them at 30, it's like shit. I don't want to have no more damn kids. Now he can walk and talk and go to the bathroom on his own, get his own food out the refrigerator. Sometimes it just be like a friend of mine just had a baby last Friday, and his son is 16, but now he has a newborn baby with his new wife, and I was like, damn, we 40 and you got a baby. Jeez Louise, he is starting over, but they are over there in bliss. They love that little baby. But I'm happy for them. Different strokes for different folks. Brittany Janae says, girl, that's it. The womb is closed for good. I know that's right. Mine too, sis. But Labrina lives well. Like her husband does really well. I think they had some rocky situations in the beginning of their relationship. Her spa is doing well. I will go to Labrina's spa. That thing look like it's well equipped to handle some stress and relieve some tension. Okay. So I like Labrina. I love how Labrina has like this very nurturing energy about her with her friends. She can be the turn up too. I love how she was supporting Latoria when Latoria was setting up a date with that guy, or calling the guy to kind of talk to him. But I don't, Labrina, why you set her up with that old man that wanted to talk about damn horses the whole time? You know you dead wrong doing that. Okay, you love horses and your husband love horses, but that man on that date, that was not for her. That was not for he was not for Latoria. And I think Latoria has a very old spirit, but I don't know about her dating an older man. I don't know. We shall see. But Labrina good in my book. I like me some Labrina. I think her husband is very I like that for him to be a former NFL player, he's not trying to steal her shine on the show, because a lot of times when um you're the wife of an NFL basketball player or whatever, they're so used to being in the spotlight, they don't know how to take a seat back. But he seems to let her have her shine. And I love that scene with Papa when he was kind of emotional with them, and he was expressing basically how he was kind of apologizing for him not doing some things that he was supposed to do, and how he needs guidance. He wants to do better in his life, and how he appreciates Labrina and her husband. I loved that the husband got up and gave him a hug, and they make it okay for him to be emotional. I loved that. Was probably one of my favorite scenes, because I think with our young boys, we do so much to try to force them into masculinity that it becomes toxic, where we're like, no, you shouldn't be crying, you a boy, or that shouldn't hurt because you a boy, and you being too, you acting like a sissy or whatever the heck. I think we need to allow our boys to feel, to be emotional, manage your emotions well, of course, but teach them how to be emotional and how to express themselves, so that they not out here cussing out somebody's daughter and being physical, and not managing their emotions well. I think as moms, rather, especially black moms, it's our duty to do that for our sons. Child, what Lee down here talking about? Let me Queen of Cups says, I had my first at 22, second at 29. After the second one, my uterus got hit by a Mack truck. Won't be no more coming from me. I know that's right, Queen of Cups. My girl D is in the building. What's up, D? D and Queen of Cups are also my members. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Appreciate y'all. D says, hi, Shay and Chad. What's up? What's up? Lee says, baby, I would have been pissed once I saw Frederick Douglass. Not Frederick Douglass. Look, Lee gets sent to the corner every time. Braylon. Roche Rain says, I like Labrina, but she doesn't have a storyline. Yeah, she just kind of like everybody's friend, giving advice. Lee says, all right, I'm heading to the corner. But Labrina seems to be the only one that Elena will sort of open up to. But I mean, she really ain't told her shit, but it is what it is. Queen of Cups says, I allow my son to cry. Who am I to tell him what hurts him and what doesn't? Exactly. And I appreciate that, Queen of Cups. That's great. But it's just so many people out here. Like I see it all the time where people be like, oh, I've seen it with people I'm close to, like how they treat their kids. And it's just like, and I can't tell nobody how to parent their child, but I allow my son to have emotions. I want him to manage his emotions better sometimes, but nevertheless, I allow him to have emotions for sure. And I appreciate when others do the same. Janae says, Lee, I'll bring you some snacks. Bron Sugar says, no, you didn't say that lady has a very old spirit. Oh, Latoria, yeah, she do. She got a very mom's Mabley face. That Latoria. Yes, it's giving mom's Mabley. Mm-hmm. She gives very much grandma. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I said it. Roche Rain says she just talks about everyone else but not herself. Her mom, son, husband, but not about her. Oh, that's true. Well, you know what? One would say that though they are all a part of her life. So that's kind of like, her talking about herself. And she's talking about how she felt with everything that came about with her parents or whatever the case may be. So I think that's kind of like her. I think that's her story in of itself. But this is the first season, so we're kind of developing these people. And what I can appreciate is that it's not toxic drama with these ladies, right? And that's actually refreshing to me. Very refreshing. So we got Latoria here, okay? Latoria, she, got some cobwebs down there. She ain't had none in a couple of years. And, Latoria, she's a businesswoman. She just, she doing her thing. She decided recently, she had a party. She decided that she was going to um shift her business into more philanthropy versus, I guess, PR and parties and this, that, and the third. I guess she feel like she getting too old for that. Um, but yeah, I don't really know what to say where it comes to Latoria either. I don't know where she's really given all that it should have gave. Latoria, yeah, she just gives me very much grandma, very much clutch my pearls. I am she might be grandma on screen, but then she also gives me she might be a little closet freak. When she get a man, she gonna be, mounting him every day. I feel like Latoria, she gonna be making up for old damn time. Okay, she gonna make up for the past time. But Latoria just is, I don't know. She just gives me a semi prude, and it's just like, all right, okay, Latoria, but it's just one of those things with here's my thing, and ladies, don't get upset with me because I know a lot of some of my friends they be like, "Well, it's easy for you to say because you married," but I would like to think that if I was single, I would do more to try to find me a man. I see so many women, especially the ones that's close to me. They're very career driven, right? But it's like some of y'all got this mindset that the man just gonna be plopped down on your front doorstep like the milkman when he used to drop it off. No, the men don't just show up and be like, "Hey, you look like you are successful and amazing and beautiful, and I'm successful and amazing, and we would just work well together." What say you? It don't work like that. You got to go out and meet men. You got to put yourself out there. You can't just be working all the time and hanging with your good girlfriends that already got a man and think that you're going to find a man of your own. And unfortunately, gone is the day where, back in the day, we used to just introduce people to each other. You know what I mean? Like you got a friend that's single and, oh, you go out with my friend. My friend, she cool. Y'all seem like y'all would be a good pair. A lot of people don't be playing matchmaker no more because they don't want to be in the middle when the shit go awry. Or some of them know how trifling they male or female counterpart friends are, and then they like, y'all might be okay together, but if the shit goes south, I got to still be around both of y'all, and I don't want to be in the mix. I don't know, child. But dating, I don't know. Dating overall is difficult because the men be out here lying, women lie, men lie, all of them, everybody be lying. Okay, social media has created so many illusions in people's lives. People, um, are catfishing their lives every day, making things seem one way on the internet than it is in real life. People don't show their real self. People just be on here just creating an image for themselves that's just not true. And there's no way for anybody to know that you're lying about your life unless they look into it and care that much. So, Latoria, girl, good luck finding you a man, sis. But you got to go on out here and look, sis. Cause you just be at your house drinking tea with your dog. That ain't gonna get you a man, honey. It's not. And the apps, child, I don't wish them apps on nobody either, but because some of them Negroes, ninjets and negrettes, mm-mm, it's a lot. Kim I says grandma spirit, but young woman trapped. Right. That part. Megan says, hey Shay and Chad, what's up, Megan? Thank you for stopping through. She gives me granny vibes too. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely granny. Lee says, waiting on the man to break into her house and stay. Not breaking her house and stay, child. Braun Sugar says, girl, when Latoya introduced that boy to little Flip needs somebody to put him back on. Right, child. Cause who is out here saying, oh, let me bop that little Flip real fast? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Okay. Queen of Cups says, Shay, the dating pool is full of piss. Rather be single. I know that's right, sis. Child, I get it. She comes off, Roche Rain says, am I saying your name right, Roche? Is it Roche Rain or yeah, I think it's Roche Rain. She comes off buttoned up on the show, but I like Latoria in person. I met her at one of Rose's NBA parties. Oh, really? See, that's what I'm saying. Like she gives off, that's what I was just saying. She gives off grandma on TV, but I feel like she probably will be pussy popping on a handstand if she had a man. Like I really do. I think she's just waiting on that one person. I think she's waiting on that person to bring it out of her. Brittany Janae says dating sucks ass. And girl, listen, y'all sound like my friends. Sound like my friend. Look, Roche Rain said it too, child. Mm-mm-mm. Listen, I'm gonna have to take y'all word for it, child. Because listen, marriage is hard too, but I guess we got to choose our hard, child. She says yes, thanks. Oh, okay, perfect. I am saying it right. All right, perfection. All right, who we got next? I think the only person we got left is Munira. I mean Elena. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Elena. Let me tell y'all what I really, really think about Elena. Okay. Um, Here's the thing. I think that Elena and her husband, I think that we're being made to believe that her husband cheated on her. That's kind of where the story is going. But I believe, in my opinion, and this is just me, I think that Elena is doing too much. I think Elena wants a level of perfection in her marriage. I think that Elena has been around these celebrities and these stars, and she's opening up her eyes to some different things. I think Elena might got her a little sugar daddy on the side, somebody that's throwing it at her, and she like, I don't got to deal with this at home no more. And she is, I think Elena is, yeah, I think Elena is wandering. I think Elena feels like she can do better than her husband, and she just wants to see, what's really going on here before she go on and get on up out of here. And I think she's trying to make excuses to get out of this marriage. But what I want Elena to understand is while you bad and bougie and all and you look good, the grass is not always greener on the other side. All these men can promise you the world and the wilderness and whatever. And then when they not giving you no attention, you gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck. I I don't know what's going on with Elena and her damn husband, but I definitely think he's done something for her to try to the writing is on the wall for Elena to separate her business. Do y'all notice how she gave up the makeup studio, right? She gave up the makeup studio and now she wants to do something on her own. So you had employees. It's not like your makeup studio was doing bad. You're trying to separate your assets. That's what she's doing. So she got rid of that business because he was on his name was on that business. So she wanted to take him off of the business. So I think Elena is trying to set up her exit because Elena thinks that she hot shit. She on TV now. She doing makeup for uh Latoya from Latoya Luckett, and she doing Kadine's makeup. Hell, she might be trying to date one of DeVal's friends, child. Who knows? I don't know what Elena is doing, but I feel like Elena is annoying. I think Elena puts a lot of pressure on her relationship with her husband. And I think that Elena just it's like if he don't say it how she want him to say it, it ain't right. Now she got a problem. Now we got to move out of the room. Now you don't love me no more. I think Elena's dramatic. I'm getting dramatic from Elena. That's what I'm getting. I don't know, y'all, but I do want her to go. Elena, spit it the fuck out. What is going on? I'm just not ready to share. Well, get off the TV then. Did anybody tell you that reality TV means to tell your reality? And you're not being real right now. It's giving very fake. It's giving very much seriously fake. Like, stop. You're pissing me off. Like, for real, for reals. It's annoying. Tell us what's going on or don't. Like, and then you going back and forth with Manira here and there, like y'all friends 1 minute, and then you going back and forth. Girl, no. Stop. I just want Elena to come on with it because at this point she's getting on my nerves. All right, let's did we read this one? Rain it down. Roche Rain says is raining down with that beauty is right there. Oh, that's Braylon talking to Roche. D Herfer says if Elena don't right, D right. See, D be thinking exactly how I'm thinking. If Elena don't tell us what he did, I'm going to lose it. You and me both, D. Like, girl, come on. Megan says, I like Elena. I have potential to like Elena too. I like how Elena looks. But Elena is getting on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie to you, Megan. Kim I says Elena needs a big glass with that wine. She been trapped since a teenager. Ooh, what? Wait a minute, Kim. Not a big glass with that wine. D Herfer says, "Oh, I thought she was going to tell us he's on the D." Now, D, you know what? You go over there to the corner with Lee. Yeah, you and Lee over there and share the snacks that Bree brought over there. Okay, that Brit brought over there. Okay, now. Now that's gonna be funny if that is what it is. Child, now you got me thinking. Megan said she definitely checked out of the marriage. Yeah, I agree. She did something ain't right. Cause there ain't no way me and my husband gonna be sleeping in separate rooms and I ain't getting none. She getting some from somebody. Lee says I absolutely agree with Elena. She don't want that man and he don't want her. They playing us. Right. Right. Child. They need to just go in each other's misery. Roche Rain says H Town is terrible for dating. Elena not ready. Ooh, for real? Dang. I thought she was gonna get her a nice old, stocky country man. And it's so huge in Houston. But I guess that don't mean nothing, child. Kim I says, I'm getting tired of Elena. You and me both, friend. Tired, okay? D. Herfer says, really? I think Elena is meek and let people push her around like her mother and her man. I don't know if Elena let nobody push her around, child. I don't know about that. She done separated her business. She trying to make sure that she keep all her coins and she move on with this show and get rid of her husband, and she on the hunt for her another man. That's what I think. Roche Rain says, I follow Elena. She be outside with Chloe and Ro. Oh yeah. So she probably in the process of getting a divorce too. I follow her too, and I don't never see her wearing no wedding ring in newer photos. So I'm interested to see where this is going. I'm seeing where this is going. D. Herfer says, I love Ro. Yeah, I love Ro too. I think she's funny. I just want to see. I think a lot of these women are kind of, you know, they need more development, I guess. Or maybe we just so used to so much drama on these shows that this mild drama is while it's refreshing, I think it's a shocker. Lee says, love D. I mean, LOLD. Charlene W says, Elena reminds me of Nicole Murphy. Yes, she does. Very pretty. Elena is beautiful. Lee says, Elena trying to pull a Monique from RHOP. Right. And she going to be sitting over there lonely as hell, just like Monique. I think Monique going to be one of them people trying to get back with um, Chris later on down the line. Child. And Chris out here living his best life according to the peoples. Roche Rain says, I love Ro too. She always so sweet when I see her. She paid for our drinks at her new restaurant. Oh, she has a new restaurant? Go ahead, Ro. Okay. All right, Roche Rain coming through with the tea. Okay. Kim I says, isn't Texas a 50-50 state? So all this will be in vain. Oh, well, there's that. Yes, Nicole Murphy. I see that. Yeah, I see that too. She's very beautiful. Elena is super beautiful. I just think that yeah, something ain't right there. And there's more than what is being provided. But that's it with the ladies of Heart and Hustle Houston, y'all. We're gonna do a proper full review of the I guess it's the finale episode this Saturday. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We just got to see where this is going to go for us. We're not going to do no hot topics on this because that's going to make this video extremely long. Um, so yeah, I'll do another video later on for hot topics, or maybe I'll just wait and save them for tomorrow morning. Oh, the camera still ain't working, child. Okay, but yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all for Heart and Hustle Houston. Let me know in the chat. Are y'all excited about the show? What are y'all expecting for season 2 if they get another season? I like I said, I love the show. I think that it is um I love the fact that it's not too much drama. There's enough drama, but it's not where it's like, oh my God, this is just too much. And I think everybody is pretty open for the most part, except for Elena. I just think that everybody really ain't got no crazy shit going on in their life for us to be like, ooh, that's juicy or that's crazy. Um, but I would love to see more of the connections within the friendships. Um, Definitely want to see Latoria and Ro dating. Want to see Ro's restaurant. Um, yeah, I want to see all the things. I just love how they're all successful in their own right and doing their own thing. So I'm excited for this show. I love it. I think, and I just feel like they're not fake. That's one thing that I really can appreciate. Um, Roche Rain says, "You think it'll get a second season?" I'm kind of I'm torn, honestly. Can y'all hear me now? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Yes. Lee says yes. You can hear me? All right. So the internet is telling me I got to get on up out of here. But y'all, give me your thoughts down in the chat. What do you think about a second season, a season two? Do you think that that's possible? What do you want to see from the ladies if it gets a season two? Like I said, I would love to see more going on with them, more interactions amongst the ladies, more dating if possible. I want Elena to just come on out with it, with what's going on with her husband, and then maybe we'll see what with trying to drag. The second season needs to be transparency, but just more diving deeper into everybody's stories. So but that's it, y'all. That's all I got for Miss Heart and Hustle Houston channel. Okay. So y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching Heart and Hustle Houston with us too. I will be back later on for us to do sisters. Okay. I think sisters, a new episode comes on tonight. So we will be discussing that. All right. And then I'll probably come back on early tomorrow morning to give y'all the hot topics we were going to talk about today. All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. And in the words of Lonnie B, don't let no bitch upset you. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.